Hello YouTube minions, this is TheKillerNacho again with another Liquid Crystal playthrough video. I know how much you guys have missed this, and that's why I'm doing it. Hooray! Alright, so last time I have this party here, and I need to teach one of them Cut, because I need Cut to get through the forest thing. The Elix Forest, I believe it's called. So, I'm actually going to teach it to Burninator just because I think Dustbuster is probably going to get an HM move or two later in the game. And Cut is like one of the few HMs that Burninator can learn, so unfortunately it's a bad one, but what can you do? I don't really use HM slaves too much. Alright, so now Burninator has Cut, and that's freaking awesome. So let's continue to go over here and yeah, now here we are in the Elix Forest, and it is raining, meaning Death is just going to be the god of death we all know he is. Like, there is a poor Weedle because I forgot to use my repel that I bought last video. So let's just kill it with Thunder, because that's what the god of death does. I mean, that's just what he is. That's what he does, and that's what he is, and he only gets 64 experience, so I am totally not wasting Thunder PP on stupid Weedles. Alright, so let us use this repel. I don't think I'll be bothered anymore. And there's a tree that I can cut down, so Burninator will obviously do it, and I can make my way. And there's the shrine to the Forest Protector. For those who don't know, that's Togepi, and I think later in the development of Liquid Crystal, he's probably going to be able to be caught here. Although I don't believe he is in this current version able to be caught here. But I did hear a rumor somewhere that they were going to add Togepi into this game, and they're probably going to, you know, make it an Elix Forest quest. I think, in Gold, Silver, Crystal, you could use the GS Ball to get Togepi, but that was they never had a GS Ball event in the Americas, so that's sad. Anyway, so here is actually a good TM. Headbutt, a very powerful, well, pretty powerful normal type attack that can cause flinching. I'm going to give it to Dustbuster for some stab to goodness. And yeah, as many people pointed out last video, Fury Swipes is a pretty terrible attack, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Sorry, Fury Swipes. Okay, now. Time to continue on my way, and oh, look at this! I'm going to be, Father, yay! Just kidding, it's a Togepi. And I'm going to name it what I name pretty much every Togepi, Scrambled, because, yeah, it kind of looks like scrambled eggs, and it comes out of an egg, so it makes sense, guys. Scrambled is a great nickname for your Togepis, and I encourage you all to name your Togepi Scrambled. Although I'm not going to be using Togepi, because I don't like it. Actually, well, it depends. Serene Grace Togepis can be decent. I'm not going to bother to check it because I don't want to use it anyway, but Serene Grace Togepis can be decent, but not Hustle ones, because Hustle is the most annoying ability known to man. So this person is like, don't sneak up on me, you're scaring the Pokemans away, and I'm like, too bad. So here comes Ladybug, who is a part flying type, so obviously the god of death is just going to annihilate it with thunder. Because that's what God does, he kills people with thunder. At least that's what I think he does. Or maybe that's just Zeus. One of them does. Okay, so now Death gets some meaningless experience. Here comes a Paris, and I know it is raining. However, Burninator should be able to burn a grass bug type to death using fire, even in the rain, because it's like super weak to fire. It's like hot knife through butter right there. Alright, so that is a dead Paris, and Burninator is getting to level 23. Oh yeah. And Walt says he hasn't seen that Pokemon before. I think he's actually talking about the Pokemon that he headbutted out of the tree. I tried to headbutt, you know, when I was by that guy. I don't know if the repel actually blocks headbutt Pokemon. I don't think so. But anyway, this person is telling me to use this terrible TM, 12, Sweet Scent, terrible move. Let's talk to her Pidgeotto. I mean Butterfree. I don't know why that person names his her Pidgeotto Butterfree. I mean, it seems kind of odd. But, you know, to each their own. Actually, it's because I don't think they have a Butterfree Sprite yet in this game, so... And in Gold, Silver, Crystal, that was a Butterfree. So they just kind of used the closest thing, which I get is a Pidgeotto? I don't know. Still kind of funny that there's a Pidgeotto named Butterfree there. Or Pidgeot, one of the two. Anyways, this is a Rattata. Unfortunately, it's not raining anymore, so my Thunders can miss, as it just did. But now I hit, and that's going to be a dead Rattata for, like, all of 2 experience. Actually, 246. So, Spearow, that's weak to Thunder. Why not? You know what? I might miss occasionally, but still worth it as hell. I mean, Thunder is just a powerful move, especially at this point in the game. Kind of broken that it's available. I think some people say it's only available Wednesdays when it's thunderstorming, from one of my comments, so if you can't find it, look back in, I think it was like video 2. I think you might need to do it on a Wednesday, is what people are saying, but I'm not really 100% sure. Alright, so here comes Sandshrew. That's something I definitely cannot thunder. However, I'm going to stay in. I'm just going to Confuse Ray it and then kill it with Nightshades, because Nightshades are guaranteed damage, and Confusion will hurt a Sandshrew. I think it's like physical and stuff. And look, it just hurt itself in its Confusion. Nice. And let's just go for a Nightshade, close the shade on it, and yeah, it might be a 2-8 KO, and it hurts itself again. Hopefully this person does not have a potion, and he appears to not have one, so that's good. And that means the Sandshrew is defeated, and Death is going to be level 22, just like the rest of my party. Good job, Death. And Youngster Sam is defeated. Beaten by a passing stranger. Well, I guess all the most powerful trainers are passing strangers, technically. So, this person got his Pokemon back from the daycare. That's great. He's a Pikachu fan. I hope... Oh, it's a Snubble. So I don't hate Snubble quite as much as Pikachu. However, I am going to try to electrocute it with a freaking Thunderbolt, because that's what I do. First, actually, I'm going to confuse it, because I think this thing can learn Bite, and that would hurt my Gastly quite a lot due to it being a Dark attack. And, well, at least it hurt itself in its confusion. And now I will use Thunder, hopefully hitting it, maybe killing it. I'm not really 100% sure if it'll kill. Well, a crit Thunder will, so that solves that problem. And, yeah, so that was pointless. Actually, kind of like a waste of time, honestly. Oh, crap. That was a great song, by the way. Too bad it is someone calling me, and they cannot call me right now, because you know what, guys? I am playing Pokemons right now. I don't have time for this foolishness. That is my phone. Alright, so here comes a Hoppip. Hoppip likes to hop and stuff, I guess. Actually, one of the few Pokemon that can learn Splash besides Magikarp, which is confusing in the English translation, although, from what I understand, the move Splash could be translated more like Hop, which I guess does make sense for a Hoppip. So that's why Hoppips can learn Splash. True fact. You know, originally, they translated Splash because only Magikarp could learn it, and Magikarp is like a water Pokemon. That's also the reason I believe that Splash is not a water type attack, it's a normal type attack. But, anyway, side notes aside, side notes aside. That was funny, except not. Let's just kill her Pokemon with fire, because there all seem to be grass types, and grass types are really annoying because they, like, paralyze your Pokemon, as you saw, and I had a trouble finding that stupid paralyze heal. Whatever. So, this person has a potion, which makes me really upset, so I'm just going to quick attack her Bulbasaurs to death, or Bulbasaur. Don't know why I said the plural version. Alright, good game, Gina. I think in Crystal, this is the person that you give the phone number to, your phone number to, and she'll find you grass or leaf stones. However, the phone isn't fully implemented in Liquid Crystal. I told you that in video 1. There are other ways to get each stone. In fact, I think there are stone sellers you kind of like scattered around the game. I'm not really sure where the leaf stone's obtained. I know the sunstone is obtained in Olivine City. I'm pretty sure the water stone is in Cerulean City. The Waterstone Cellar. I'm not really sure where any other ones are, but I think there's also you can find them on the ground. I know you couldn't in Gold, Silver, Crystal, but in Liquid Crystal you can also find the stones just around, you know, as random items. Alright, so here's the Daycare person, and if you want to train your Pokemon or breed your Pokemon, that's what you do, but just like in Crystal, the old man gives you the Mystery Egg. Actually, I think in Crystal he gives you a pass that lets you get the Mystery Egg at the Pokemon Center, but in this game he just gives you the Mystery Egg. And the Mystery Egg can evolve, or sorry, hatch into one of many different Pokemon. Let me see if I can name them all. There's Cleffa, Igglybuff, Magby, the Electabuzz pre-evolution. What's it? Ah, man, I'm drawing a blank here. Elekid, that's it. Elekid, Pichu, and Smoochum. I might have forgotten one, but it evolves into any one of those. I think in Crystal they have Dizzy Punch and have an increased chance to be shiny. I'm actually not 100% sure. I know for a fact that they used to, in the older version of Liquid Crystal that I was playing before, those Pokemon that come from the Mystery Egg didn't have Dizzy Punch or have an increased chance to be shiny, but I think I remember hearing about them fixing that, so they will have Dizzy Punch and will have a higher chance to be shiny, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out when it hatches. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go on record right now. This is TheKillerNacho making a promise. Whatever hatches from that egg, whatever it is, even if it's a Pichu, I will use it in this playthrough. And I have no idea what it is. I'm not going to, like, get the bike and, you know, run up and down to see what it is this video. It'll probably be next video or the video after. But mark my words, whatever it is that comes out of that freaking egg, I'm going to use it this playthrough. But I'm not going to use Togepi, because Togepi's lame. Actually, I'm just thinking, there's 2 of them are normal types, and one of them's a fire type, so I might actually have multiple Pokemon of the same type in my party, because I made that promise, I already did. So we'll see what... I mean, I'm kind of hoping actually for Smoochum, because I've just never used a Jinx. But, yeah, we'll see. Whatever it is, I promise I'll use. Actually, no, there's 2 electric types it could be. Oh, no, electric's not a problem. I mean, I guess I could use an electric Pokemon. I mean, Magby, Igglybuff, or Cleffa. If it's one of those, then I guess I'll have multiple type Pokemon in my party, unless I ditch Dustbuster, but how could I do that? Although I might actually be... I might consider ditching Burninator, if it's a Magby. Because, I've actually tried in recent playthroughs to play through without your starter. It actually can be a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll see what it is. I guess you can leave a comment. If it's a Magby, do you want me to ditch Burninator? I'm not ditching Well, I guess you guys can leave a comment about that too, but I'm probably not going to listen to you if you tell me to ditch Dustbuster if it's a Cleffa or Igglybuff. I'll probably just end up using them both. Alright, so, let's buy some TMs. Ice Punch and Ice Punch and Electric Punch, or Thunder Punch, sorry. I think, when Burninator evolves into Typhlosion, it can learn Thunder Punch. That's why I bought it for now. I'll keep it around. And Dustbuster can learn them both. I'm going to teach it Ice Punch because it's hard to get decent Ice-type moves at this point in the game, and it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's good against Grass and Flying types, and Thunder isn't, or Electric isn't good against Grass. So I tend to think Ice is a little better than Electric. Although Electric is good against Water types, so... yeah, I guess Water types are probably better than... But, you know, I don't know. I'm teaching it Ice Punch just because I think... I mean, if Burninator stays in my party, if that's not a Magby, then I'll have Thunder Punch on him. I guess if it is a Magby, I can teach Thunder Punch to someone else, like Dustbuster. And then he'll be like super type coverage Dustbuster. So, yeah, that was the Magnet Train. You don't really use it yet. This place also has a game corner, which you can buy, I believe. If you missed out on Thunder, you can play for Thunder in the game corner. I believe they have Thunder, Blizzard, and Fire Blast available there. And, just like in past games, you can earn, your, I guess, a TV card in this version. They're going to do. If you get all the questions right. And I hate double negatives. You can't buy a bicycle in the mart. No, you cannot. And TMO2 is not Blizzard. Professor Oak lives in Pallet. And... oh, crap. That was a trick question. I know in the later version of Liquid Crystal, they're going to have all the Pokemon obtainable, but I guess they can't be caught. Whatever. And the first question was, is there a Pokemon available only in the morning? Which there is, because this is one of those generations that have, depending on time of day. But anyway, there are any oh, that's a double negative too. Are there any Pokemon that are not catchable in this game? Answer, yes. Which means there are some Pokemon you cannot catch. I mean, I guess if they mean catches in... because, I mean, the final version of Liquid Crystal, he said all Pokemon will be obtainable, but you can't catch certain Pokemon in the wild. So, I mean, you can't catch a well, actually, there is a event Gengar in this game. Shh. But, just an example. Like Alakazam, you wouldn't be able to catch that in the wild. You have to obtain it by evolving your Kadabra, so... same thing, I guess, with, the starter Pokemon. I think I think he might... I don't know if he did already add, or is going to add, events. I think he already did add events to get the other Johto starter Pokemon, as well as the Kanto starter Pokemon. I know where, for example, Charmander is, but that's not until you get to Kanto, unfortunately. In any event, this is a Grimer. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, talking about Kanto already. We're still in Johto, and this super nerd Eric is sending out his Grimers at me. Ew, Grimers. Let's have Death clean this up. He's gonna attempt to, like, use Harden. That's kind of gross. But at least I'm not licking it anymore. And, let's go for the Confuse Ray. And, I don't know why I didn't do this first, but probably because I'm stupid. It's going to continue to use Sludge, but that probably won't do too much. I think I double resist. Does Ghost resist Poison? I think it does. I don't know. I know I'm part Poison, and Poison resists Poison. It might be a X4 resist. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't really come up that often, because most people in competitive anyway don't ever use Poison attacks. And, Ghost types... well, I mean, aside for a select few, are kind of infrequent. In fact, the most used Ghost type is Gengar, who's part Poison, so... I don't know. I guess someone can tell me. I'm not really sure. I think Ghost does resist Poison, but I'm not sure. Anyway. My Pokemon just got a haircut. Let me see how strong they are. Oh yeah, it's this guy. This guy is funny because he says, my Pokemon just got a haircut. He has a Lickitung. They don't have hair! And apparently Lickitun's ability is own tempo, I guess. I always get screwed over by random abilities because, like, you know, I don't memorize every freaking Pokemon's ability in every game. So this person is kind of like just destroying my super effective attacks that are kind of still weak, like Knockoff and Lick. But yeah, now he's dead. And he didn't give that much experience. I thought it would be more, considering he's like he doesn't have an evolution. Normally those kind of Pokemons give decent experience, like the, you know, single form Pokemons, because Lickitung doesn't evolve or evolve into anything. Or sorry, evolve from or into. So there's an old lady who sells really cheap items, but makes your Pokemon angry at you because they're so bitter. And I also passed one of the haircut people. If you're using a Pokemon that evolves by happiness, for example, Togepi or Golbat, heck, even whatever hatches from this egg, I think, will evolve from happiness. Oh, that reminds me. Another Pokemon it could be in this egg is Tyrogue. Tyrogue could come from this egg, which is, Tyrogue is the Pokemon that evolves into one of the Hitmon things. So, yeah, I might have mentioned a little late, but yes, Tyrogue can be one of them. I think I got them all now. Because I felt like I didn't name them all earlier, but Tyrogue is the other, and that would be kind of cool, because the fighting type's useful. In any event, going back to what I was saying, pretty much all of those Pokemon evolve from happiness except for Tyrogue. That's what made me think of Tyrogue, is because Tyrogue's the exception. Tyrogue evolves at level 20. And, I guess I will go in, because I have nothing better to talk about at the moment. Tyrogue evolves depending on its stats, depending on what its current stats are at level 20. If its attack is greater than its defense, I believe it evolves into Hitmonchan. If its defense is greater than its attack, it evolves into Hitmonlee. And if they're equal, he turns into Hitmontop. I almost said Hitmonspin, but that wouldn't make sense. Hitmonspin. Yeah, anyway. I'm kind of mad that they didn't give Hitmontop, you know, because Hitmonchan is obviously Jackie Chan, but, you know, pun on Jackie Chan. Hitmonlee is a pun on Bruce Lee. Why couldn't they, like, give Hitmontop, named Hitmontop after a famous martial artist? Like, Hitmon Norris. I don't think Chuck Norris ever, like, spins on his head that much, but you get what I'm saying. They should have done it, but they didn't. But I guess he's kind of like a top, too, so kind of makes sense. I mean, it makes sense, it just stinks when they break their own naming conventions. Hitmontop wasn't introduced until Generation 2, so I guess that's why. Anyway, so these Slowpokes are just going to get murdered. They're not really worth experience, and I'm actually still using Death because I would like Death to get to level 25 in this video. Because, as people have told me in previous videos, Death evolves at level 25 into Haunter. Haunt. I think that's what he says in the anime. I mean, I don't really watch Pokemon anime. Most people know that because I pronounce everything wrong, apparently. People always tell me. I mean, I don't really watch the anime. That's the only really place you get the pronunciations. I'm going to go here and be at the bike, so that's good. But as I was saying, yeah, I mean, I did kind of... I mean, when I was a kid, I kind of, like, I probably seen Season 1 of, you know, the 4Kids dub of Season 1, just when I was a kid, watching it, you know, random episodes at a time. But I remember there was one episode that they go to Lavender Town, and Ash freaking dies, which makes it one of the greatest episodes. So that person, but like I said, yeah, it's Haunter, and he goes, haunt, and it's cute. So that person thinks Professor Oak said there was 150 Pokemon. Professor Oak is wrong! And this person wants me to take his Spearow. In the actual crystal, he asks you to deliver a mail, but I don't think he has the mail in this game. No, I think it's just a regular item. But I'm just going to steal his Pokemon and run. I'm obviously not going to use a Spearow because I don't particularly like them. However, I'm just going to... Anytime you can take a Pokemon for free, you might as well. And you know what? If I don't get a flying type, you know, until I need one, which I probably won't, considering I can't think of a flying type I kind of want to use off the top of my head from here to that one city, I would probably just take that Spearow out and teach it Fly and use it as a slave until I get something better that can learn Fly. Okay, so let's just Nightshade this Vulpix. Hopefully it is a 2-hit KO, however it is not, and it has Will-O-Wisp. Wow, I did not know Vulpix could learn that, but that makes me kind of want a Vulpix, honestly, because that's freaking awesome. Will-O-Wisp is one of my favorite moves in the game, because it does residual damage, and it lowers their attack. Unfortunately, this person also has a Super Potion, making her a major pain in my butt. I'm just going to try to kill it with Thunder, but it's not raining, so that was fail. And you know what? I've actually, all things considered, had pretty good luck with my deaths so far in this, video. I mean, I've used Thunder a bunch of times. I think that was the only second time it missed, despite it raining or not. So, that's not bad. It's going to roar me away, so now I'm into Dustbuster. Unfortunately, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to run back to town because I don't have any burn heals. I think I pretty much have every other healing in my... I guess I don't have freeze heals either, but... Point is, I have quite a few items that... Whatever. I don't know what else to say. I'm just complaining at this point. Sorry, guys. Complain, 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 complain. That's what I'm doing. Alright, let's heal my Pokemon. I'm getting near... I've actually passed 20 minutes. However... Let's deposit this Spear while I'm thinking about it. I do want to get Gastly to level 25, and I guess that would put Gastly 2 levels ahead of the rest of my team, but you know what? Tough, because I am ready. I am ready to evolve. It is ready to evolve, because it is ready to turn it from, like, you know, just a kind of God of Death to a full-blown God of Destruction and Doom and Decay and Death and Devastation and Destruction. I think I use Destruction. Close enough. There's a lot of cool D words that start with, well, D. Isn't that what a D... Shut up, Tim. Okay, so here's Pikachu. And I love killing Pikachus. You know what? I'm going to kill Pikachu with lightning. Because it's funny. It doesn't matter that it resists it. I'm a God of Death. I can kill whatever I want with thunder. Ha! It's going to try to double team, which I actually think makes it not 100% accuracy, because in Gen 3 it just makes it 100% accuracy, but it's not a guaranteed hit. So I don't think I'm guaranteed to hit right now, but I hit anyway, and I also paralyze it, so there's another dead Pikachu. Reese Benlier, if you're watching this video, ha! I killed another one. And Death is now level 25, is what I wanted. And this person was telling me about her boyfriend, and how she can't depend on him because he's so weak. So I'm just going to actually beat her boyfriend too, after I'm done getting a full God of Death. So here's Haunter. However, unfortunately, it's not going to stay Haunter for very long, because I kind of told you in the past video how you evolve Haunter into Gengar is a Moonstone, which I got from Dark Cave, despite not having a Pokemon that can learn Flash. But I did it anyway. So Shadow Punch is a pretty decent move. I'm getting kind of fed up with Nightshade because it never seems to KO anything. It's one of those moves that deals damage depending on your level, and Shadow Punch is a guaranteed to hit move, and it's a physical move, which kind of goes well since I have a plus attack nature, and Gengar, I think, doesn't have terrible base attack, so I think it'll work. So here we go, full-blown God of Death, and let's just kind of kill her boyfriend with it, because I want to test out my God of Death. Mwahaha. Hello, boyfriend, are you ready to die? Oh, you want to show your girlfriend your hot stuff, huh? Well, I'll make you... I'll make you no longer hot, because when you die, you technically don't produce body heat anymore. I'm thinking about this way too much. Let's just Shadow Punch the stupid Chantru in the face and crit it. Yeah, my God of Death is awesome. And I probably could use Thunder on Meryl, because I couldn't have used it on Sandshrew, but I'm just going to switch out now, because I do actually need to train my other Pokemon, like Dustbuster, because Dustbuster is the cutest darn little thing. I just want to, like, pinch his cheeks every time it comes out, like, aww. Anyway, Headbutt appears to be a 2-hit KO. It's going to Water Gun me, which does nothing, despite the rain being there. It's going to Potion, and hopefully it's not going to be a 2-hit KO, unfortunately. But maybe I can finish it off with Quick Attack now, because Quick Attack always goes first, and now it is a dead Meryl. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to do in this video. Next time, I will continue going back up to National Park. Let's switch out Burninator the Front. Rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye. Homies.